You got to watch this thing. You got to watch the documentary.
I do got to watch it. I'm not big on like if we're having somebody on.
Yeah.
I like to
meet them. Yeah, so you have some questions instead of.
That way, I'm not just like jabbing you with what you said. But it sounds like an awesome documentary.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like when they first did it, we were like, it'll just be another like little YouTube thing that there's 20-minute video, and then they were like, I think we're going to turn it into like however long it is. I don't even know how long
like
it is.
Like an hour and a half.
Whatever, yeah. And
PP probably knows exactly.
And then they're like, hey, we're going to put it on iTunes.
Mr. CrossFit back there.
We're going to do this. We're going to do that. I'm like, cool. And then they're like, and we're not going to pay you for it.
They're not going to pay you for it?
We haven't received a dime from that, but yeah. That's
from that documentary?
Get my wife talking about that.
Oh, yeah. I wish she was on so she could go off about that.
Is there a lot of money in CrossFit?
For him.
Depends on where you're at. Depends on what level you're at. You know, like
feel free to answer your own questions too, Will. Feel free if you want to. It's okay. If you want, I'll direct them all towards Will.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I'll talk for him.
It's like stuff with you guys. You get endorsements. Like we're not getting paid obviously by a team or anything, but there's endorsements and a lot of that stuff. And yeah, I mean, I do pretty well, decent. That's where we're at.
But that documentary, dude, like, have you like gone down any avenues of being like, yo, give me that?
Or can you get it down if you wanted to?
So there's this kind of like when there's a lot of stuff happening in CrossFit right now. They've basically just fired their entire media department. Like,
oh yeah,
it's kind of gotten real weird. Like the whole everything. Yesterday they just turned off their Instagram. Like, hey,
I heard about that's what PP was saying.
Yeah, we're.
How close are you with the high management of CrossFit? I
used to be real close with them. Now I'm kind of like, I don't know. Because Dave that ran the CrossFit Games and still runs the CrossFit Games as far as I know. But Greg that runs CrossFit HQ, who owns the CrossFit Games, not as close with. I mean, I've talked to him several times, but I don't know what's going on with that whole deal. I don't even remember what we were talking about before.
Your documentary not getting paid, so like the way of going about it.
So when you sign up, you give them rights to your like using your picture, using your videos, and
it's
stuff
like college
that.
Sports, man.
And so you're like, oh yeah, I'm signing up for the Open, but you're really signing your life away. And so
if you get amazing,
yeah. And so it was kind of like, at first, yeah, of course you can have access and do all these videos because it's just going to be a little like 15-20 minute video that we're going to produce and it'll go on CrossFit.com or whatever. Well, then it turned into, we're going to make, money off of your name.
A Netflix documentary.
The name of the movie is called Froning.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
Dude, that's
piss tough,
me
man.
Off, dude.
Yeah, it's and before I hadn't really spoken out about it, but now it's kind of like, who cares? Because CrossFit HQ, they've kind of like, there's no social media anymore. Like, I don't know what direction they're going with that whole deal.
Do you have any idea of what's going on with them? Like, because I don't know. Like I said, I didn't look it up a lot of stuff, but it sounds like they just shut everything down.
Yeah, shut everything down. I don't. Greg's trying to the founder of CrossFit's trying to go after the health side of things, which is a huge problem in this country. Obviously, people are sick and not doing physical activity, eating like crap, and I think it's a noble cause, and I think there's definitely some merit to it. However, how many people start CrossFit because they saw the CrossFit Games or saw a video, and it can be intimidating to certain crowds. Like, you see it and you're like, I'm never going to do that. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of hell. If I looked on CrossFit.com right now and saw the videos that they're putting out, I don't know about you guys. You do CrossFit. It's like, would you do that? Would you CrossFit now watching those videos? Absolutely not. So it's like, they almost for a while they concentrated on the top 1% athletes that competed in the
because
CrossFit
that's
Games.
what would drive the CrossFit brand.
Exactly, and they concentrated on that too much.
Right.
Now they're concentrating on the sick and all that stuff a little too much. It's like, why can't we have the best?
What do you mean by
Dude,
sick?
There's so many athletes in like you said, firefighters, paramedics, all these people that were playing sports at one point and then kind of it runs out, dude.
Yeah.
People don't just go to the NFL or NHL and stuff like that,
and they still love it.
But they still love physical activity and competition. That doesn't just die in you
doesn't
because
go
you
away.
do something.
No, heck no.
So if you're CrossFit, that's you're not appealing to the other masses. You're appealing to those people who are like, look, I got a scratch, I can't itch.
Right.
You
I
know
gotta do something.
Yeah, and you got to get out there.
Man, it's tough that like, it just feels like nobody has a voice. Like, everybody's like, no, let's not do this, and Greg's just like, I'm gonna do my thing. And so I get from the media side where he was like, you know what, we're not gonna. So what happened?
What's the sick thing you're talking about?
So basically, what happened was you had the CrossFit Games Open. That everybody can do. So you can do it at your gym, you can do it whatever. From there, it went to 16 super regions. You qualified for an event. Well, from those super regions, they took 20 and 20 and combined them into you went from a region into a super region. And so, like, we used to have super regions or regionals here in Nashville,
right?
And there was 8 of them across the world. Well, the top 5 from each of those regions would go to the CrossFit Games. And CrossFit, you paid to go into the Open. There was like 400,000 or 500,000 people that would do it. You know, and some people aren't even trying to go to the CrossFit Games; they just want to do it.
Yeah, right.
They want to be a part of the community,
yeah,
and that's what's the beauty of CrossFit is the community and how, you know, everybody's super supportive and it's collective and it's a really cool thing to be a part of. Well, so you would go from the Open to regionals and then from the regionals to the Games. Well, now this year he was like, all right, we're not doing that because CrossFit put the bill on that, and I get that. Like, hey, I'm sure that stuff's expensive. So they were like, what we're going to do is we're going to do the Open, but it really kind of doesn't mean anything. If you're in the top 20, you get to go to the CrossFit Games, which I was in the top 20. Even though I didn't have to do the Open because teams don't qualify through the Open. I qualified as an individual. I'm not going to do it. I stepped away when we had Lakeland. And then now they have these things called sanctionals. Well, people pay for a licensing fee to be a sanctional, and then those people who win those, not the top 5, win those, can go to the CrossFit Games. But then they're also taking national champions. So it used to be, so like if you have an affiliate in your country and you win your country, you get to go to the CrossFit Games. So like these countries that have 2 and 3 people or 20 people now get to send somebody to the CrossFit Games, where it used to be kind of like an honor, like 40 people went to the CrossFit Games, that was it. And now it's like out of 400,000 or 500,000, now it's like we're going to have, I think, 160 individual men, 160 individual women, which is fine. Like, that's good, but...
And you're saying it used to be 40.
It used to be 40, and then now it's like, well, we're going to do this big event on one day, and it's going to cut down to 3 people, and it's... I'm interested to see, before everybody freaks out, though, to see what's going to happen this first year since they've changed everything. But everything's changed so much in such a short amount of time with no real discussion on what's going on, that it is like people are starting to like, that meme or gif where everything's on fire and it's like, we're fine, everything's fine.
Yeah, a little dog.
That's what it feels like right now.
Does it feel like I mean, I don't know if this plays anything into it, but like socially, like especially America's turned into like a lot of participation trophies now. A lot of everybody can. Everybody be okay. There's no adversity here. Not till you turn 18.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I don't think it feels like that. I think that it's like, hey, we want to grow the market in these other countries and we want to include them. But it used to be the games was supposed to be to find the fittest, and so now it's like, and through these sanctionals, a lot of people have found other ways in, and you have to win to get into a sanctional, which is good, but. Man, it's just been, like I said, it's been weird. It's just been an off season, and we'll see, like I said, how this first year goes. But it's just not a lot of talk from the top and the people that are running it. So you're kind of like, what's going on here? Are we gonna do this anymore? What's the deal? So it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah. What was I going to say? PP, you had something earlier, right? There was like in there, like, so number one, that whole idea of the Open and CrossFit, like little gyms, Taylor, if you're like, you got to be an affiliate, right?
You got to be an affiliate.
Have an affiliate of CrossFit. You got to have a gym right here in the warehouse. And if you're an affiliate, if you pay the fee to be an affiliate, you can have, it's got to be coaches, right? People that are
they have to go through
a certain
the
certification.
Judge's course and judge the workout, and then you have to video the workout. If they ask for the video, then you have to send them the video and make sure all the standards are met and all that stuff. But they put out a workout every week.
Right.
For 5 weeks.
Right. So it's pretty cool because you can just do it in a CrossFit affiliate, like in their gym. You don't have to like go to a certain place. Right. I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
the community aspect of it's awesome.
It's awesome.
Isn't there a controversy? Isn't there some controversy where guys or a certain person or guys
Devin
are like
Ford.
clip? What's up?
Devin
Go ahead.
Ford,
Say it. Go ahead, PP.
Devin Ford.
Yeah.
Devin Ford. What did he do? Go ahead and explain it, PP, so I don't butcher this.
So, essentially, what happened was, he put his videos out and he had cheated reps.
Did not meet any of the standards.
Right.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. And like there was one part that, which one was it that had the deadlifts in it? Was that 19?
No, there was one with the handstand push-up.
Right.
And then the one with the handstand walk, and then the one with the lunge. There, he just completely missed all the stuff. Right.
That's right. Yeah, because he was doctoring his videos. Like he was
sending him in, Taylor.
Right, because he would essentially because I think
to qualify,
they
right?
were finding is from what I understand is he was actually editing the videos.
See, I didn't see any. I try to stay
train
out
number 2,
train.
boys. Just a little train
There
action.
it is.
But what he had done is like he had put all the stuff in. He had just by rep count and time, he had
The
made
criteria
it into, he had made it on paper to the CrossFit Games, and then Vellner, even a guy who's from our area, or from Columbus, Joey Totora, or is that how you say his last name?
Maybe.
Anyways, a bunch of people were calling him out on social media, and just being like,
because he didn't get a major penalty either,
fraud.
right?
No,
like he, instead of doing 50 handstand push-ups, he's just like, nah, dude, I'm gonna do 40.
And he even tried to get. They were like, CrossFit, please do something about this, like calling them out on social media as well, and maybe
that's why CrossFit doesn't have social media anymore.
Maybe so.
Dude, that's some horse shit, though.
Dude, if I was CrossFit,
here we go.
I would take
here
this
we go.
guy. If I was CrossFit, I would take this human being. I don't even know his name. Don't care. I would put him in a bright yellow outfit, and I put him in the hardest course and the most main stage, and just expose his ass.
Yeah.
Dude, if you want to qualify, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You qualify.
Do it.
Then you got Rich over here. He's gonna bury you.
Well, see, that was the deal that would kind of happen before. Is like you'd get these guys in the open that would do really well, make it to regionals, and you're like, I never heard this guy, and then they would get exposed at regionals. But now you don't have that. That's kind of the deal,
baby.
Yeah,
they cheating.
They cheating.
That's fucked up, man.
And so you're supposed to have these videos. You're supposed to send them in. All this stuff's supposed to be seen, and you get these major penalties. But it's like if you don't do 40 handstand push-ups, or you don't do 10. Sorry, you don't do 10 of the 50 or whatever it is, and it was just.
But it was visual, like it was
obvious, and then like the handstand walk, like you wouldn't cross the line.
What was so obvious about it? Like it was obviously doctored, like he edited it.
Well, so I didn't see. I never saw the video.
Did he do 40?
There was
and
a guy
had a 10 added on.
Yeah, like clip of his old first
there
ones
was
to bang him.
See,
Like
the first 10 was super
different
good,
outfit,
and then the last 10 are bad, but then they get super good again.
Yeah.
I didn't see that video. There was a video. Was it 2 years ago? The guy put his first round on repeat. Doctored the video to where it was just literally the same round for 9 rounds.
Dude.
Like, dude, it's
but
not
they caught him. But still,
yeah.
and
so has this guy been caught? What's this dude's name?
Devin Ford, I guess. He ended up just saying, "Hey, I'm not doing it. I'm out."
Yeah, he got the invite, but essentially got the heat, and on the back end of it, CrossFit was like, "Yo, bro, like we know we gave you an invite, but we're kind of taking it back a little bit." But he, and I heard he made a video about it, but kind of was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna back out. I just, I think it's the right thing to do." Like, of course it's the right thing to do, you jerk.
He was afraid. He was afraid of the yellow outfit. He was afraid of that, dude.
I don't. Honestly,
he probably couldn't sleep at night.
I didn't look at any of that stuff. I could care less about some of that stuff now, where I used to. Now
Right.
The integrity of the game. You're just like, the thing is like, there's so many people cheating.
Yeah.
Any sport.
Yep.
Sometimes you just gotta be like, dude, I gotta do my own thing.
I'm doing my own thing.
I'm
gonna, and that's kind of the way I've approached the whole season. We're talking about this stuff now, but it's like, I can't change it, so I'm just gonna keep doing what I can. I'm gonna do what I can do, and then it'll work out how it's supposed to work out. And if not, everybody's like, well, what happens if the games goes away? And I'm like, something will take its place if the games were to ever go away, which I don't think it will. But
what are you shaking your head about, PP?